Hello, parents and students. This is Mr. Giomini. I want to take a quick moment to alert you to some things that are going to be transpiring here within about another month or so. As all of us know, next year is Learwood, and with Learwood comes new classes, more rigor, things of that sort. One of the things that's going to transpire here is your student will take a Learwood Mathematics assessment. Now, this assessment is aligned to 7th grade Common Core. There is some overlap between 7th grade and 6th grade, so there might be some similar concepts, but not 100%. There's a lot of new concepts, especially proportions and things of that nature, which have moved into 7th grade, that your child will really have not been exposed to this year. Now, the week of May 5th, your child will take this Learwood exam. It's a paper and pencil assessment. It's front and back of one piece of paper. They will complete the assessment. Once they are done, the next day they go into a computer lab and input their answers into a computer program called, I believe it's called Class Marker, Class Maker. Now what happens, they input their score, or they input their answers, and then immediately they get feedback stating which questions they have incorrect. They can then go back in a second time, redo the work for those problems, and attempt to get it correct. And it's my understanding that then somehow they average out the two scores to give them one score. They also have the work is then shipped over to Learwood. The teachers look at that and they also score that as well. Now, something that you can do between today and then. As I talk to the kids today in class, Khan Academy is always a great resource. Underneath the dashboard, and to go to current mission, you'll see here they have several missions, obviously different grade levels and that nature. Now, your child will probably want to go to 7th grade. And as I talk to the kids today, these are some of the different skills. Now, obviously, I would hope nobody really needs to work on 9 times 3. What my focus would be on if I were a student preparing for this assessment is these gray areas. Things that maybe I have not done yet. I need practice on. Things of that, like the dark blue too. Or, I don't have any light blue here, some of these light blue. I would actually go through here and hit these ratios, proportions, and rates as well. Really take a look at those. Take a look at negative numbers, fractions and decimals, variables and expressions. And I'm not saying that the teachers over there took the assessment from Khan Academy, but Khan Academy is aligned to the Common Core. The assessment they made is based on 7th grade Common Core standards and indicators. But I would begin to look at some of this stuff so that children have a good idea of what is to be expected of them in 7th grade. This is a great something to look over the summer as well. But it'll also give them maybe a little bit of a heads up, maybe a little bit more of a comfort level when it comes to taking that Learwood assessment. Now that assessment, along with several other scores, are compiled and utilized to find a class that is an ideal placement for your child. You will receive an email probably either late next week or the following week, early the following week, kind of explaining what are all the scores that are looked at, and when you can expect to receive this information. For those of you who have older children who've already went through Learwood, they're doing it a little bit differently than they have done in the past. It'll all be explained in the email that we send out. But again, great place to kind of maybe get their students' feet wet a little is going to 7th grade. And again, if they feel good with 7th grade, why not dabble in 8th grade or go back to 6th grade and get some of those things done as well. But just an idea, again, this is not going to be assigned for a grade. This is not evening practice from me. If they come in saying, hey, Mr. Giomini, I was working on statistics and probability, valid claims, and I'm a little confused, can we sit down? Advisory, recess, great opportunity to do that. I'm not going to utilize class time for that, but if they want to ask some questions during recess or advisory, I'm always here in my classroom during recess and advisory. The only day I'm really not accessible is on Fridays when I have my mathematics department meeting. Again, just an option. Kind of helps maybe get them a little bit more prepared for the 7th grade placement assessment that they take for Learwood. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to call or email, whatever you feel. Enjoy your weekend and take care.